Pimpin' won't he will. Pimpin' won't he will. What's up? Peace. What's going on? Got the hat hair going on. But that's neither here nor there. You feel me? Now I had cut that off. I had some Nag Champa spray. I was gonna use it to kind of, just open up the gateway a little bit, open up some doors, some windows, some astral, portals so some cosmic energy can come through. But I'm using my Egyptian musk, But and I also got a little Jose Cuervo for libations. Let me see. Guess we'll go ahead and do that. Start things off. But I had the Nag Champa spray because it is a very peculiar smell that the deity, Ganesha. The deity Ganesha is attracted to that smell. So, and Ganesha is a gateway deity. When you're faced with obstacles or you are trying to lay hold of a particular opportunity, or if you need to create an opportunity to get in the door of some, said place, or maybe it be a job or, a relationship or whatever, this deity can open the doors or the gates to that which you desire, right? I don't want my blood to go out. I don't have to keep lighting them. Just getting in my zone. You feel me? All of this can be used as, well, sometimes I use it recreationally. Sometimes I use it for anxiety or, when I'm feeling like I need to just relax. Or it can be used in a magical sense to alter your state of consciousness. Tonight, at this moment, that's what we're using it for. So we tapping into the energy. And we're gonna talk about a few things. Got a few things to talk about. We're gonna be talking about, first and foremost, a little chaos magic. I came across this book, and I know y'all like this nigga smoke on the roach. But I came across this book, Liber Null and Psychonaut. It's kind of dark in here, but it says at the bottom, an introduction to chaos magic. And Yeah, man. Basically, this book is pretty fucking awesome, to say the least. It's pretty fucking awesome. Um, I'm I just got the book maybe a few weeks ago, and I've been reading through it. You know, you can just pretty much flip damn near anywhere, but it's like it's so like it's doing something to my consciousness. You know what I mean? I've been having these mental like implosions like going on. It's like all this shit is setting off in my brain, and it's, you know, bringing a lot of things that I've been hearing on YouTube, like people I've been listening to, like, you know, shout out to Occult Lectures, Brother Panic, you know. Um, I listen to his videos a lot, right? And I be hearing the niggas say shit, and like it be like sticking with me, but it really don't make sense until like I really get my own understanding of it. Like it's like I hear it, but then I read some shit, and then I be like, oh, like dang, that's what he meant. You know what I mean? And we gonna get into some of that. We got this ain't gonna be no short video, you know. Maybe close to an hour, you know, close to an hour or so. You know, I get tired of doing them short videos where it's like, you know, see you later. And that's all. That's like, how you doing? See you later. Like this video. I'm out. But nah, I got some. I got some info. I got some info. You know what I mean? But let's get to the libations, which it pretty much already started. Some deities like reefer. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do both. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it like that. And I got what the fuck I did with it? Give me 1 second. Oh, there you go. You know, they say the best way to hide something is to put it right in somebody's face. You know what I mean? And I swear, like I know that, but I will still see shit like I still like miss some shit that's right in front of me. You know what I mean? All right, but yeah, let's get it. Trying to get to the little page. I had some. There we go. Couple deities. You know, I want to call out Cthulhu, Zarabanda, Shiva, Lakshmi, Kali, Marduk, Osiris, Horus, Heru, Asur, Aset, Set, Satan, Sut, Saturn, Sirius, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Pluto, Uranus, Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Raphael. So we're just gonna go with those. And to my ancestors, you know, my grandmother, my dad, my auntie, you both of my aunties. So all my niggas, you know what I mean? Might have been too much. Hold on. Ashe. 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 All right, so let's get into it. I got a couple talking points. Like I said, I'll talk about a little bit of chaos magic. I wonder if I put them points there. Matter of fact, they in my phone. But I remember some of them. I remember some of the topics I want to talk about. But like I said, this book is really like changing my life in real time. Well, the information, you know what I mean? My openness to it, my acceptance to it, just the way that it's hitting on a spiritual level, it's really taking my magic game to the next level, right? My whole style as a magician, just my approach to things, and recognizing the way that I've been, approaching life and like just dealing with certain things. He talks about, well, first let me say this. So, well, yeah, in this book he talks about as a part of chaos magic, right? That changing your beliefs often, right, are what is kind of a way of keeping yourself free from enslaving yourself by your own habitual thinking, right? Like you believe in something so much and like this is all you believe, you never like look at anything else or consider anything else, and it kind of like puts you in this, as he describes it, this echoing chamber, right? Just to make it sound good. So, but I was thinking about that, right? And then I said, oh, remember I said I be watching videos and stuff on YouTube, and then I go back, and I go and I read something, then it'll make sense, right? And it might just be the most niggery shit, you know what I mean? And you'll be like, what? Like, so, um, what was it? I was listening to a video, and in the video, Brother Panic was talking about Bobby Hemmett, and he was talking about how he was having a conversation with him, and he would say, basically, long story short, he would always make himself right, right, and I'm like, how do you always make yourself right, right? And it's a certain, I want to say, skill that you develop through the practice of changing what you believe in, right? So what I mean by that is, it's like you will find yourself in situations where what you believe might not necessarily, or what you have previously believed, or a belief you've held on to, up to a certain point, you might find yourself, this is just an example, right, in a situation where what you believe might not be conducive to the situation at the time. It might not be working for you, right now. So you may have to change what you believe in, or try something different, or even disagree with yourself in that moment, because it's better for you and for the people around you. You see what I'm saying? So, like, making yourself always right. You know what I mean? Changing what you believe, or, yeah, what you feel about certain things in a moment's notice to work in your benefit. You know what I mean? So it's not always about being like one way. It's not always about just believing in Jesus and Him as the only Savior, or even believing in religion at all. You could be an atheist, you could be an occultist, a magician, you could be a Buddhist for a week. You might be a Buddhist and then you might read about some Islam and, uh, Muslim type shit. And then you say, oh, well, I agree more with this now. So it's all about being able to shift, and I think that this goes into the technique of being able to alter your state of consciousness and be who and what it is you need to be at the time to tap into certain magical powers and manifest certain things. Um, in the book, he talks about, let me just go to it. Let me just read it. Yeah, I gotta read to you, maggots. Nah, I'm just playing. I ain't mean that. I ain't mean that. But yes, I did. Yes, I did. You maggots. You maggots. And that's part of the chaos shit too. Like doing. I'm about to get into it. Doing things to basically get out of your humanity, your human like thinking, your moralism. I was watching um that new Spider-Man movie. Uh, what is it? No Way Home. Yeah, that was a good one, right? I like how they had uh, all the characters in there. Jamie Foxx, the electric dude. You know what I mean? They had the Sandman, the Lizard Guy, like all of basically Spider-Man's enemies in this one movie. I thought that was cool as fuck, right? But the Green Goblin, the Green Goblin, right? he was whooping his ass. Let me just say that first. He was whipping Spider-Man's ass. The Green Goblin, I think out of all Spider-Man's enemies, the Green Goblin is the shit. Ain't nobody fucking with him. He was fucking him up. If you ain't seen the movie, go see it. Right? But in the movie, I'm kind of just paraphrasing Green Goblin. You know, after he was classically beating Spider-Man's ass, he was choking him, right? And at the same time, while he was choking him, you know, he was telling him, he told him something along the lines of, your morality. He said your morality is choking the life out of you. Like basically, your morality is stopping you from like really being like who you are, like just being the multifaceted chaos cosmic being like that's just full of life and creativity and like so much power and you know what I mean, all this shit you're capable of, right? You stifle that by your morality, your human like thinking that if I do something good, if I walk an old lady across the street, like I'm achieving some type of um, cosmic um, Academy Award or some shit. But it really goes more into your thinking, not your acts. Like the way that you think, right? So, real time example, right? I use this to my advantage, right? In this book, he talks about how, I'm gonna just read this real quick so we can just get past this shit. Chaos. This is, we're reading from right here. Transmogrification. And then you got this little symbol. This is basically like a portal right here. You know what I mean? Alright, but it says chaos, the life force of the universe, is not human hearted. Alright, listen. Therefore, the wizard cannot be human hearted. Therefore, the wizard cannot be human hearted when he seeks to tap the force of the universe. So, basically, you have to get out of your ego thinking like, example, like I was going to say, right? Uh, I'm riding in an Uber, right, on the way to a job interview. And usually what I would do is, you know, I would try to play something positive, you know, something good, you know, um, wouldn't try to like really listen to any like so-called negative or low vibrational music, right? And just really be this good nigger, right? Be this good, basically, you know what I mean? And but this time, I said, I said, fuck that shit, right? I'm gonna try this chaos thinking out, right? This try to tap into, you know, like something different, right? Instead of being wearing a mask in a sense. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play the most violent, murderous, shoot 'em up, bang bang, nigga, I'm gonna get you type music I could find, right? Just to kill that shit, to kind of kill that human like thinking, trying to be all moral and good and just fuck that shit, right? And when I tell you that this is a liberating act, right? I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like you release something like that blockage is like a blockage that you release, and you really tap into that source energy. It's like raw, it's a raw feeling, like it's chaos energy. So when you tap into that, right, then that which you're trying to manifest becomes so much easier because you're not stifled, like I said, by this human, like step by step ABC. I have to do this in order to get this type thinking, right? It's none of that. It's like straight chaos. It's like it can happen however, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like if that's what you choose, then it's gonna happen in a way that you really won't even imagine. You know what I mean? So yeah, he told Batman, your morality is choking the life out of you. So you gotta get, if you want to tap into this, you gotta like not be human. You know what I mean? You have to be inhuman in a sense. You know what I mean? Let's see what we're talking about. But yeah, hold on real quick. I should be able to, yeah, text and not leave the video. All right. All right. But yeah, gotta be inhuman in a sense. You can't be a goody two shoes with this shit. Like, what else did it say? I'm gonna read y'all this other part that he's. All right, let me see. It says, this is the next sentence. It says, he performs. He's talking about you or, he or she, you, or y'all, or whatever. It says, he performs monstrous and arbitrary acts to loosen the hold of human limitations upon himself. All right, so, right. Another example of what you could do is a number of things you can do. You don't have to really do anything monstrous or like, go out and like hurt somebody, right? But the thing is, hold on, the thing is, right, you could do a number of things. So like what I did today, right, I was kind of feeling some kind of way, right? Just a little bit. And, lately I've been like really paying attention to how I feel and whatnot. And just kind of like trying to deal with it, like not let it take over me or whatever. So I was feeling some kind of way, and what I did was hold on, let me find my lighter. What I did was I just went outside, right, and I had these fireworks left over from the Fourth, and I said, you know what? I know it's like January, or not. It's like the end of July, almost August. It's the middle of the afternoon. I'm gonna shoot off a firework. You know what I mean? Just to be an asshole, like literally, like just to do it, like just to go against what people might say is, you know what I mean, wrong. So I shot it off, and guess what? The same feeling that I got when I was in the Uber playing the murder music, the kill 'em, the shoot 'em up, bang bang music, right? I felt liberation. I felt good. You know what I mean? I laughed. You know what I mean? I got over what I was feeling. hmm I'm about to step out real quick because I can't keep smoking no roaches. And I'm supposed to be, you know what I mean, big pimping, you know what I mean? We gotta roll some up. Mhm. Take a shot. Girl, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yummy. Girl, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum. Yapping, yapping, yapping. Any night, any day. Yapping, yapping, yapping. In the morning, early. Alright, so what was I talking about? What was I talking about? Don't matter, it'll come back to me. All great things come back around. Remember that. People say great opportunities gonna come back, don't come twice. Shit. Them opportunities will come as many times as you motherfucking own that shit. If you own that shit, you desiring that shit, you gonna get some opportunities. Plenty. Have plenty. And that's the power of your mind. Thinking outside the box. That's pretty much what it's about. Thinking outside the box and believing in what you want to believe. You know, being kind of like a daredevil, going against the grain, you know. saying, fuck the world, but I'll hug trees every Wednesday, you know, that type of shit, like chaos, you know what I mean? Being extraordinary, unordinary, you know what I mean? Just capable of any fucking thing, you know what I mean? That's how you have to be. You have to be capable of anything. You have to be that guy. You gotta be that bitch, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta say, like, if everybody's wearing blue shirts, I'm wearing a green shirt. I'm wearing a red shirt. You know what I mean? Just to fucking make everybody say, hey, what the you know what I mean? But in that, that reminds me of, it's like everything comes together. Like, all the shit that is like power. You know what I mean? Like the 48 laws of power. Like, there's one of the laws that says court attention at all costs, right? So this reminds me of the chaos magic, because like you kind of got to be a rule breaker. You know what I mean? You got to kind of be like that odd man out. You know what I mean? It's not about fitting in or following society's rules. That's not what being a magician is about. Like, being a magician, you know, wielding the force of chaos, right? The force of God, life force, yielding that power. May the force be with you. May the force be with you. Can you feel it? It's got a lot of power. It's Michael Jackson. It makes me just wanna. You can't feel like that if you worrying about what people think. Human thoughts, human-hearted one. You know, you can't be yourself like that. Tap into the force, right? And be trying to make regular music. You better tell him, Mike. He was tapped into the force. I was tapped in to the force. It felt so good. It just made me wanna. It's tapped in. Tapped into the force. But like I was saying, it takes a different type of thinking. You gotta find ways to release your human emotions, your depression or whatever, you know what I mean? All your sad feelings, you know. And that's part of the creation process too, or tapping into chaos. You can't be sad, you know what I mean? You gotta be happy. Come on, get happy. Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. Come on. Like those songs, man. Those songs, they like literally like telling you how to do this shit. But as humans, we so caught up in all these emotions and shit. You got you got to choose what you have the power to. You know, choose better feelings. Just decide that you are going to feel good. You know, a little something, something for you. Come to the mushroom kingdom. Let's get trippy. Let's get trippy. You know what I mean? Let's get trippy, 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 trippy. Mm, mm. I had something else I wanted to read to you niggas. This particular section is called Gnosis. All right. I ain't gonna read all of it, but I'm just gonna kind of skim through it, go over it. It says, altered states of consciousness are the key to magical powers. All right. Let me see. Do I want to read this? All right. Oh, this is part of what I was just saying. So it says, thus, strong inhibition, which is releasing those feelings that are holding you back, right? Doing things that go against the grain. Some, like, he talks about how you could like bust a TV with a brick, or just you know anything, whatever you feel is kind of contrary in a way that like I said, you don't want to go out and hurt anybody, but I'm not. What's that word? What's that C word? When people like support some shit that you do, condoning. I'm not condoning that, but do whatever the fuck you do. You know what I mean? All right, so it says blah blah blah. Excuse me, that was a strong call. Shit. Need some of that dirty water. Thus, strong inhibition and strong excitation end up creating the same effect, the one-pointed consciousness, or gnosis, right? So basically, like I was saying about being happy and making sure, you're not in a sad emotional state, right? This also, along with the so-called, or if you want to call it like rebellious acts, right? Just doing things that are kind of like contrary to what you would do. like I said, going against the grain a little bit, right? That strong excitation or good feeling or happiness or, positive feelings, as one would call it, is also a way of tapping in to this altered state of consciousness that is in effect of a way of tapping into the chaos energy, right? Chaos control. Remember, anybody ever played Sonic? You know what I mean? Chaos control. You get the chaos emeralds, and then you turn into Super Sonic. He got that chaos energy, and then he was just unstoppable. You know what I mean? The 7 chaos emeralds, the 7 chakras, and I'm pretty sure they was all the same color as the chakras. You know what I mean? Like, all this shit is based around you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm about to turn into Supersonic, you know what I mean? Get some chaos control, give me some chaos emeralds, you feel me? You know what I mean? I got the chaos emeralds already inside of me, the chakras, you know what I mean? I got them already. I just gotta activate them, right? You know what I mean? Get them in balance. All right. So, what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, so the one pointed consciousness, So doing these so-called rebellious acts, or kind of getting out of your ego or your human like thinking, doing things to get out of your human thinking, that and being like excited and happy, like laughter is one way of doing that shit. Like, just try to find like whatever it is, if it's even if it's something that's pissing you off and making you feel however, like try to just laugh about that shit, right? This is a way of getting yourself into an altered state of consciousness and tapping into the chaos energy, right? But it's so many things you can do. Like I said, man, this book, it's a great book. um a lot of books I get them, I be excited for like a day or two, then I won't read no more. But this one, it's like every time I pick it up, it's like shit. You know what I mean? And it's got practices and things you can do to get control of your mind. Like, you just do like exercises like motionless. You just try to be still as possible. You don't move nothing. Your tongue. Of course, you breathe and blink, of course, or you may have your eyes closed, and you just try not to move anything. Even if how you feel is uncomfortable, you do not move. You just remain motionless. Uh, there's breathing exercises, non-thinking, magical trances, object concentration, sound concentration, where you focus on a certain sound that may be around you, like in a song. Music is good. You find a certain tune in a song or a certain instrument and focus on that, and you can do something like that, or like scry into something like this mushroom. I might just stare at like this one little, like, well, let me find something else. Like the window. I might just stare at the window. Like, just don't look at anything else in the tapestry, just the window, right? And that'll help you to build up, that single pointed awareness or consciousness, as he calls it, that single pointed focus or gnosis. And yeah, so it's all kind of information in this book. This won't be the last video on this, of course. I'm about to see what's going on, finish my weed. You know what I mean? Drink some more of my liquor, cause I'm that yucko. You feel me? You feel me? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shout out, man. Just shout out to everybody who's really, whew. Shout out to everybody who's on the Quavo. You are my friend. We are friends. We are cousins now. You are my cousin. If you drink this, you are my cousin. But shout out to everybody who's looking to elevate consciousness and really like doing their thing. You know what I mean? Shit. Whoever is not doing their thing, shout out to you too. Whoever is doing what the fuck ever you doing, whatever type of magic you doing, shout out to you. And this has been New Heights. I'm Mars Magoose. Pimpin' Won't He Will. And we are always taking you higher and higher, baby. I'm out. Peace. What up, cub? What up? What up, gangsta?